everyone, and welcome to another edition of Paul's Cinema Picks of the Week. My name is Paul Westbrook, and I am Brantford's film enthusiast. Yeah, recently actually got noted on the radio as being Brantford's film enthusiast as well, so it's getting out there. I just always ask, this is something I've never asked before, but all I ask is for everybody out there, pass the word along about Cinema Picks, which is on YouTube. Have them take a look at it. It's like Paul's Cinema Picks. Have them type that in, go to YouTube, check out the videos, like and subscribe, because we could really use all the subscribers we can get. Because it's fun doing these shows, but at the same time, you know, it's a good way to get my name out there. And here's hoping that in the new year I can go towards getting my name more well-known enough, and then continue doing these shows, maybe do some interviews, like outside interviews. I'm thinking about doing that in the new year, and see what we can do to really get the show running. But in the meantime, we are here on December the 31st, 2022. Yes, that is the last day of this year, and we're on the verge of going into the year 2023. And we hopefully, as my sister will find out, that we get to do some new themes. I'm thinking of some new themes to do for the new year.
Yeah,
so
same here.
We're going to see what we can come up with and entertain you, captivate you, help you learn about film, because it's always good to learn. Films are nice to watch, but at the same time it's good to learn from them. So, I say a Happy New Year to everybody out there. Happy New Year. Happy soon-to-be 2023. And I was able to find just 3 movies, like 2 of them I've discussed before. But we're going to discuss them in a new way anyway. So, here we have The Poseidon Adventure. You probably remember me discussing this one before about the boat that capsized. They were having a New Year's Eve party on the boat. The boat capsizes when a giant wave hits it. And it's the survivors of the sea disaster that have to band together and trying to escape as best they can. And it's a movie that's really seen a lot on New Year's because, well, one, the party on the boat is actually a New Year's party, so why not have it like that? Let's call it a New Year's party. And I'm trying to think that these type of movies, you know, you like survival films, and it says here that there are some 15 Academy Award winning actors that are in this film. And what makes it the classic that it is the fact that there are so many high profile special effects that were put into this movie. But yes, since it took place on New Year's and the disaster was a New Year's thing, so it's one of the ones that I chose specifically for this, so I don't really have to talk a lot about it because there's an episode, I think, on YouTube already where we talked about the Poseidon Adventure before.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'll have to look back at some of that, but yeah, it's a little bit of a deja vu there, but at the same time, it's still a great film, strongly recommended. This and The Towering Inferno. It's another one of those great movies that Irwin Allen did. Because Irwin Allen was director and producer at Fox, and he did a lot of the disaster films of the 70s. So, yeah, he did Towering Inferno, and he did this one here, Poseidon Adventure, among others. There were many films that he did, but, again, yes, because of the New Year's theme, that's why I'm including The Poseidon Adventure. Then, we have a movie called Strange Days, which Ralph Fiennes is in it, Angela Bassett is in it, and Juliette Lewis, 3 known actors. And it takes place on New Year's Eve, 1999, just as the world is about to transcend into the year 2000. And so it's hence the New Year's Eve of the millennium. And here, more or less, it's an ex-cop who's become a street hustler type. And he preys on human nature by dealing the drug of the future. So there's a bit of a drug thing there, too. It is an environment that will lead him deep into the danger zone when he falls into a maze filled with intrigue and betrayal, murder and conspiracy. So there's a bit of mystery and action in it, of course. And again, like I said, I chose this one because of the New Year's theme, and not only the New Year's theme, but you had the millennium as well. When it was 1999, they were changing over to the year 2000. Nobody knew what to expect. So, yeah, for another movie that's good. It's not as great as Poseidon. It's not in any way a classic, but it's still something that you can watch. And pick this one up. If you can find it at a store, that's great. Pick it up, watch it. If not, see it on TV. But I would definitely recommend you seeing this one because it, too, is a really good thriller action type movie. And finally, the best movie of all, the one that signifies the New Year's whole thing itself, is, well, there is a movie called Terror Train. I think that took place on a train with New Year's Eve, too. I was just talking to my friend Ron about that yesterday. And Terror Train, starring Jamie Lee Curtis. I don't know if you've seen that one or not.
I'm not sure.
It's an old movie from 1980, and it was a Canadian-made film. And it actually had David Copperfield, the magician. He was in it, too. He was one of the guests on the train. And I don't have that here, but I can discuss that one because I remember Terror Train being a great New Year's Eve film. Oh, yes. And another one that I didn't bring here, but I do remember, I believe there's a New Year's Eve party on it. It was Trading Places with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd. And that one was just completely hilarious. I love the Ralph Bellamy and Don Amici, where they played the two brothers, Mortimer and Randolph Duke. And yes, in one of the scenes there is a New Year's Eve party on a train, and like I said, it takes place around the late Christmas holidays going up to New Year's. And that's one I would absolutely recommend. And for that matter, Terror Train, because you got Jamie Lee Curtis in both of them. And she really fits into these type of genre movies, especially the scary horror ones. So that's another one I've got. But yes, anyway, the one movie that represents New Year's Eve of all is appropriately called New Year's Eve. And it's a romantic comedy, a group of people and intertwining stories together, how they all come together for this, the New Year's celebrations in Times Square. And you get intertwining stories like romantic ones and happy ones and sad ones, but it's a movie that, if you like those type of ones, it's a great one to pick up. I believe Gary Marshall, a very famous, well-known producer and director who's since passed away, he's the one that directed this one. And in the special features, you get John Bon Jovi and Lea Michele rocking New Year's Eve, the magic of Times Square. So you get to see Times Square stuff. New Year's Eve, Secrets of the Stars. And they talk about a lot of their New Year's collaborations, resolutions, of course, because everybody has a resolution that they make on New Year's Eve to do for a film, and or in life in general. You have a chance to do a lot of New Year's Eve resolutions. So that's one of the features in here. You get to hear from the famous celebrities that do these New Year's resolutions, and then they, of course, the magic of Times Square. And I like how it ends. I like how everybody comes together, how everything seems to just come together for the best at the end of the film. So at least you get an obligatory happy ending to it. But anyway, that's a little bit of my show prepared for today, because I couldn't find very much on that, but I had enough to at least put something for New Year's. Again, I want to wish everybody a happy New Year. Be safe. Don't drink. Don't drive. Don't drink and drive. If you drink, get somebody else to drive.
Drink responsible.
Drink responsibly. Like, remember, it's a party, but at the same time, Realize, though, there is still safety and issues that deal with safety, so you want to have that. And spend some time with your friends. Enjoy. Oh, yes, and like and subscribe to the video. I know I say it all the time. I'll be saying it again next year. But please, like and subscribe to the video. Send a comment. Shoot me a comment in the section that's just below the video, where you write all the comments. Because I got to have some comments in that. I want to see how the show's doing. And it will really help, and it helps everybody come together and that as well. And reminding you once again, this is Paul Westbrook, Bradford's film enthusiast, and saying to you all, Happy New Year, and I'll be seeing you at the movies. Happy New Year.